Hey y'all, I am going to do a Q&A today. Now, what I did was I scrolled down to the bottom of all of my comments and worked my way back up. So I'm doing the comments that were made first, if that makes any sense. Hello, wethead. I just got out of the shower. Okay, now I'm going to get started. Peter asked, is the van floor lowered? Do you use it as a shower? And what year is my van? Now, my van is a 1989 G20 Chevy Chinook. Yes, in front of the kitchen area, the floor is a big indention. Now, initially that was used to store the legs to the table and the tabletops that were in there. Now, the tabletops, you run across the edges of the benches, and that's what makes the bed. One board makes a 23-inch bed, and two boards would make a 46-inch bed. Now, I only use the 23 because it's too hard to maneuver with the bed in the big size. So, I have used that pan. It has like a 6-inch indentation, I think. I had my son drill holes in the bottom so that I could use it to not really shower, but to sluice off. And I have done that when I was boondocking. Now I have a gym membership at Planet Fitness. Okay, Allie asked, why no air conditioning? I have air conditioning that is in the front, just like any other car. There's none in the back that I can run separately. The reason that I didn't have Jay put an air conditioner in there for me is because you can't run an air conditioner with just solar and batteries. Air conditioners suck power. So the only way I could have an air conditioner is, one, if I had a generator, which Jay has, and two, if I'm plugged into shore power, which I never have been and probably never will be. You find that shore power in RV parks, and they're too expensive. Where Hazel's going. I was initially going to leave Hazel here, but I'm not going to do that. It's too much responsibility for people that are coming and going all the time, and they weren't really enthusiastic about it. So I'm going to take Hazel with me to Walla Walla, and I will figure out a way to do it. Now, somebody suggested that I put her bed, food, and water, and I can use a puppy pad and put it in the bathroom, and that will make her feel cozier and keep her hopefully from scratching and barking. She will scratch on the door. Maybe I can devise something to protect the door. I don't know what. Plus, I won't have to make a trip back up here, which would be very costly. Will I see Sam? And do I have any contact with him? I still don't have contact with him. You can't get through to the prison. They will not give a message. That's too much trouble. I don't know what's going on as far as the JPay service app that I was using, but it's still not working. So I'm just going to have to show up on Friday, and hopefully when I get there and request him, they will get him and bring him out to the visitor area. If not that day, then hopefully the next day. I plan on staying all 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Ricky asked, oh, Jane, in case I forgot, she's the one that asked that question. Ricky and others have asked me to explain Michelle, my adopted daughter. She's not really an adopted daughter per se, but I adopted her when my son's roommate, Tony, married her, and she came over from the Philippines. And I've been very, very blessed to have her as an adopted daughter. Dee asked me about my hair. My hair is rapidly, especially the front part, turning white. Now, what I did was, because if you guys noticed in other videos, the back part of my hair was very dark. I did not like that. So what did I do? I used a color remover, and then I dyed it with a dark blonde, just to kind of even out the tone. It's still a different color in the back, but it's more livable for me. Okay, Savannah asked, what did I get for a wide angle lens? I'm going to do that this afternoon. I haven't done it yet, and I will let you guys know as soon as I do. I'm going to the Verizon store to get a memory card, and they will be able to point me to the right lens. Now, I have a Samsung phone. It's kind of a, what I would say, not popular brand. It's a 3J6 or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know. Follow Summer wanted to know about places I've lived and vacations. Follow Summer, I have lived so many places that I listed them on a full sheet, every line, front and back, and I wasn't finished. Some of them I couldn't remember the address. It's just the city they were in. Ridiculous. Vacations, I've hardly ever had a vacation. Cheryl, why don't I travel? I've addressed this before, I think, several times, but I will do it again. I don't travel, one, because of the age of my vehicle. He's 27 years old, and even though I've had a lot of work done on him, I would be scared to death that his engine or his transmission would go out. Those are very, very costly. Not to mention that being away from a good, trustworthy mechanic is very scary. Oh, I have a shiny nose. Sunscreen. And the other thing is travel is kind of costly, as you guys know from this trip. I spent quite a bit of money on gas getting up here. That's why. If I had more money, I would travel more, and I may take a chance and travel some more when I get a better safety net built up. Hither and yon, Pan in the tank. Now, what I did was yesterday, I went to Home Depot and I got some spray paint, some blue. It was not even close to the color that I wanted. It was very bright. Then I realized that when I first spray painted that pan, tank was empty, and now he's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a brush, paint, and I'm going to take a curtain piece of fabric with me so that I can better match it. And I have plenty of paint brushes, so all I have to do is purchase the paint. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I'll get that done today. Eileen, would I marry again? And what celebrity did I have a crush on and want to kiss? Okay, would I marry again? Number one, I think the church would fall in if that's what I chose to get married in. And two, I think that so would any other place. The second part of that is I would never inflict myself on another man. I am very difficult to live with and even be friends with. I'm very opinionated. I'm very sarcastic. I'm a control freak. The list goes on and on. How I ever got 6 men to fall in love with me, I will never know. Okay? And that's the honest to God truth. I don't have a clue. Okay. Celebrity. Now keep in mind, I'm 62 years old. I was totally in love with Chuck Connors, and he played in a Western series called The Rifleman. He was tall, he was gorgeous, he was tough, but he was on the side of the downtrodden, and I love that. Now, there was another one, and you guys will think this is funny, but there was a character on Bonanza. It wasn't any of the characters that you would have thought. I was crazy about Haas. I was. I thought he was adorable. Okay, Pamela asked, who are the guys working on the car? The gentleman with the bandana is the boyfriend of one of Tony's daughters. He's a very nice guy, and the other guy was his friend, and they are both in mechanic school, and they're pretty knowledgeable. So they changed the plugs and the oil in Michelle's car, and we drove it yesterday. I drove it personally. I miss my car, her car, and everything was running like a champ. That's always been a dependable car, you guys. It's a Hyundai XG350, and it was their large model back then, which is 14 years ago, I think. It's been one of my very favorite cars. Kate asked about Sam's crime. Well, let me say that this young man had such a drug problem. He thought he could go into Albertsons and go to the back of the store and demand cough syrup with codeine. And yes, he had a weapon. He has since told me, Mom, that whole thing is so surreal. I don't remember very much of it, but it was like another person. It wasn't me. And that's true. Off of drugs, he would have never, ever even considered such a thing. He has asked God for forgiveness for that crime, and he's doing everything he can to be a better person, and I'm proud of him for that. Patricia, how much was my solar? Well, let's see. I paid for the solar kit. I think I paid about $2 something. It wasn't that much. Then I bought an inverter, and I think that was about 60 something. The sealant was probably $12. And then I bought a little battery monitor, and that was like $8 or $10. So to about $350 or under $300, a bargain for what it does for me. I can charge my laptop, I can charge my phone, I can run my fantastic fan all I want, and my lights, which I changed to LED. I'm very, very happy with it. And again, I thank Jay. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think that's pretty much it. Now, there were some questions maybe at the very beginning of the videos, which I have not had time to get to yet. Now, I have a question for you. A few people have asked me about this, and Jay was talking to me about it when I was with him. What do you guys think about me having stickers made? Do something fun today. Now, I don't know, lots of people sell stuff and blah, blah, blah. I really would not want to do it unless I thought there was a bona fide interest in that. I don't even know, do people make any money off of that? It seems like getting the product made and shipping it out. I can't imagine. But I mostly would not be doing it for the money, just because maybe somebody would like to have a sticker. I don't know. You guys let me know. Okay? So, guys, I think that's it. Lots of you have asked me about the husband series. Now, I'm probably going to do that next. Husband number 2. He was a much more fun guy than husband number 1. Anyway, thank you all for watching and commenting and supporting my channel. I really, really do appreciate it. And you all do something fun today. Bye now.